Here's Eddie again, downright depressed and fed up with the world, fed up with stupid computers that haven't got a clue. And they don't like it when I'm recording, because if I say something they don't like, they stop recording. Well, I hope it's recording now, because I either get no sound or I get the bloody thing stopped recording in the middle of my conversation. I hope there's somebody out there who's got the intelligence that I have that will know how to stop the blasted thing from doing it. At the moment, I've got so much on my hands, I got a job to help anybody else. Because the idiots are running this country are ruining it. And you know what the big problem is? Mobile phones. And unlimited use. In other words, unlimited free calls. So you can walk around with it up to your ear all day long. Still won't cost you any more, but they bloody well will. It'll cost you a bloody brain tumour in the end. Take it from me. I smoke. I've been smoking 70 years. I'm nearly 80. I'll be 80 next birthday. Why haven't I got cancer? What do they say? Oh, you're lucky. Rubbish. I'm not lucky. I know that I was brought up to have a decent immune system, and I eat plenty of vegetables. And the doctors never believe me when I tell them what I eat, because the twit turned round and said to me, why I was constipated, I wasn't eating enough fibre. Eating enough fibre? I eat so much fibre that I'm farting half the house down. When is somebody gonna learn and listen? This bloody world is all set up for the rich. They get away with bloody murder. I mean real murder. I don't mean, as an expression of something. I mean they actually get somebody killed. And they probably try to kill me if they could. Oh, at least the bloody well, everything's coming crashing down now. It's all being found out. Oh, bloody Lewis Hamilton, I don't want to know him anymore. Unless he apologises and said it was nothing to do with him, his investors or his brokers or whatever did it. Well, in that case, give back the 3.3 million to the government so they can pay for posters like me to have decent care. All right? And that applies to all you multi-bloody-millionaire footballers. Which I used to play football. I was a goalkeeper. And when I was at school, I was playing in goal against the adult team. One bloke took a penalty and I saved it. The only trouble was, it was so hard it carried me into the back of the net with the ball. Anyway, back in those days, back in the 60s, I was working as a milk recorder for the Milk Marketing Board. And do you know what? I was getting paid more than Argyle footballers. Because I was getting £13 a week and they were on 10. Now you're talking about millions. And if you got millions, you should pay up. Never mind 50%. 90%'s more like it, and they'd still have too much. Because they don't know what to do with it. Go and buy a bloody jet. 16 million. I explained the way to do it. When these rich people earn big money, they should pay taxes on it. And then when they're no longer to carry on in their profession, they should be able to claim the tax back for the years that they paid it when they're older. But no, that's much too complicated for people like Theresa May. Theresa May what? She may do nothing. She may even destroy the company with the Brexit deals. See what I say about Brexit and you'll notice that it's damn more sensible than anything they've done. And what are they trying to do? Oh, I'm mad. Yes, I'm mad. I'm an idiot. Yeah. The funny thing is, it turns out I'm always right. Weird, isn't it? Incidentally, that's an interesting word, weird. Do you know I spell it W-I-E-R-D? Well, it's rubbish about I before E. I take the piss out of things like that. Anyway, you probably think I'm mad now after all this, but I wanted to tell you what happened to me today. I listened to my doctor for a change and did something he said, and this morning I wound up constipated. And in the end, I went to the toilet. And guess what happened? A great big turd the size of your fist. Half in and half out. And I couldn't get it to go back, and I couldn't get it to come out. I pressed this emergency button, and nothing happens, nobody come. I'd been there half an hour, and I thought, the only one that's going to help me is myself. So I wiggled and struggled and whatnot, and it finally came out with a load of blood. And you know what? The doctor's been since that he never even bothered to examine my rectal passage to see what damage has been done, because he ain't got time. He was almost from the start saying, I got to go somewhere else. So I said, I don't want to hold you up anymore. Off you go. But in future, I will not do that. I will not do any help. My carers won't get any help from me. They'll have to do it all themselves. And believe you me, they will then know how much I've been doing for them. Anyway, that's all. And I bet none of this has come out because there'll be no sound. If that don't work, I'm going to have to make a video on my video camera and record it on there, because I know that damn well records. Bloody stupid computers. It's not the computers, it's not the computer engineers, it's the blasted software idiots. They try to make computers do what they shouldn't do, and they give it too much information, and that poor old computer doesn't have enough space to take in all the information. You have to tell a computer exactly what to do. If you don't, it'll go haywire. I know what these, like the microwaves today, they're rusting out. I bet you the designer typed into the computer, what is the cheapest way we can make this computer work? And the computer doesn't have any idea about rust and water. What do? They wind up blowing cold air onto the steam to cool the microwave down, instead of extracting the steam and blowing cold air in at the bottom. They do it the other way around. Stupid. And you got water pouring out the bottom. And what do they say? Oh, you shouldn't do things like potatoes and parsnips and carrots and that in a microwave. There's too much water in them. And then there's a little button that says, reheat a cup of coffee or tea. Well, what the hell's this cup of coffee or tea? It's 99% water. They don't know what they're talking about, but I do. 40 years in the trade. I qualified in 1970. I was as a fully qualified electronic engineer. And it's not like the city and guilds today. In those days, it was a technician. You had to do all the basic electronics as well. And health and safety, they haven't got a clue. Carers come here. Do you know what? I've caught a carer drying the dishes with a bloody oven cloth. I've caught another carer chopping up vegetables on the placemat that I use to put my food on when I eat it. It's cork. Couldn't be more wonderful world for germs. And they claim fully trained. I even went to the trouble of buying them a chopping board, because I never use them, you see. I never use a drying cloth for dishes, because that can spread germs. I rinse them under the tap and put them in a drying rack. Anyway, that's it. I'm now it's coming up for 10 minutes, and I know after that I'll be in so much pain I won't be able to carry on. They just don't know. They don't realise it. They have no idea. Anyway, I'm praying that this is going to come out. So, goodbye everybody, and see you tomorrow. Or, never mind.